Hello everyone, I am back. If you're there, give me a wave or some kind of hello so I know that you're there. I know I had a little technical difficulties on last Friday, so I just want to check before I proceed if anyone's there. Oh, I see somebody, so it's working today. All right now. I see some people. Okay, so we're going to proceed. Okay, so first of all, let's just start tonight. Do you like my little hat? Oh my God, it's gotten like cold in the DFW area. And okay, I had to tell my husband, I can say that I'm a binge shopper because I buy my little stuff and I have it for like months or even seasons to come. So this morning it was a little nippy in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I go, ooh. So if you've been following my story, I cut my hair kind of short. So now, now that it's a little cold, a little chilly, my head is brisky. So I ordered these cute little berets, and I wore them different kind of ways, in different colors. I ordered them on Amazon. Okay, so I can do it like this. I can do it like that. I can do it like this. Okay. Hey Tisley. Hey Jana. Hey Tracy. So it really like makes my head very warm. Okay. So that's just FYI for you ladies that have short hair that's getting brisky. Get you some cute hats. So I'm going to be coming to you with a lot of hat wearing. So you let me know what you like. I know you like my bedazzled like butterfly hat that I had on the other day. Yes. Okay. Let's get started with the topic. Okay. I posted today about emotional eating. I can admit that's me. Okay. That's really me when it gets to like grade time, because I've been teaching about 20 years and I've been teaching 16 years like on the college level. And the only time I really get stressed out, Loretta, I really get stressed out is when I have to do grades. So I'm doing between 200 to 300 students of grades a semester. It all depends on how large my classes are. Sometimes they're small, but this time, I have considerably less students, which I have less grades. But grades is so stressful to me, so I began to emotional eat. And so, because I've only had to have 4 grade changes my whole career, which is pretty stellar. I mean, that's just how like stressed out I get about trying to make sure everything's right, because I don't like to me that's impacted somebody else's life. So I don't like to make mistakes like that. So when it comes to the grading, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I had to go to the store. I quit eating Skittles. There's nothing against Skittles, but I have a lot of dental work and one of my teeth kind of cracked. So I don't eat any kind of sticky kind of candy because I got some more dental work to do. So I go and get like Mamba, and they have a new tropical kind. My husband bought me some the other day. I was like, oh Lord, this is so good. So I still am into the candy range. I'm not a binge, like a stress eater when it comes to like ice cream. Mine is more like candy. I was like that as a kid. And so I noticed that when at the end of the semester, because I just wrapped up a class, at the end of each semester's class, that's when I get stressed about like, okay, this has to be pristine, this has to be perfect. And so I'm wondering, when does your stress eating trigger? When does it happen for you? So put in the comments, what type of the season or the year does this happen to you? I know sometimes people are on a weight loss journey, and because of that, it can trigger some emotional eating because you're so stressed out of trying to stay on this diet, and you don't maybe sometimes give yourself like a little cheat moment, get that moment and then move on to the next thing. But then sometimes you just binge eat, or you might get some bad news and it throws your whole diet plan off for weeks and even months. So what you want to think about is, what are your triggers? You kind of have to have a for real moment with yourself. What are your triggers? Are your triggers relationship driven? You having problems with, your significant other? Do you have issues with your family members, your kids? Is it work-related stress? Because we all have work-related stress from time to time. Are you fatigued and you're just tired and you just grab anything that you see? Because I know somebody that works at night and they typically grab everything they see. Do you have like those personal financial pressures that you don't really want to tell people? So sometimes you use food to like comfort yourself. One thing that I used to do before I kind of got my health under control, health problems. I mean, people that are overwhelmed with health issues, I can relate to, because those people that know me for a long time, I'm probably going to repost my story. I suffer from chronic illness. And so that put me in a headspin for a long time to do like emotional eating. And it got to be to the point where, you know, I had to take a big step back and to do some evaluation and say, like, I need something to help me along this journey. And so, and yes, I did have bariatric surgery. That is not a solution for, you know, everything in life. And towards your weight loss, you got to still work on it. And we're going to be talking about that too. But some people think you get it and then you don't emotionally eat anymore. No, that can trigger. You know, if you have not worked through that, you can be easily triggered. Like my trigger is, you know, end of the semester grading. But everybody else is different. Some people never get rid of the emotional eating after they have bariatric surgery, and that's how the weight comes back on. Is another one of your triggers been unorganized? Another one could be like poor time management. So I want you to think about, what are your triggers? This is like a personal relationship with yourself. Like, you know, what are some things that you deal with that trigger you? And then I think once you acknowledge that, then you can be more mindful of it. And then you can start working toward it. You can start thinking of different ways to be less like emotionally eating. I mean, I'm not going to say you're never going to do it, because I still kind of do it here and there. But you want to think about, be more conscious of it. So maybe you should start doing a food diary. Start tracking what you're eating. You want to start thinking about, okay, when you do stress eat, what are you eating? What are you consuming? How many calories is it? Is it like something healthy, or is it just something plain like good? I'm just saying. So you want to think about, like, how much are you sabotaging your weight loss journey when you're doing, you know, excessive amount of emotional eating. Some people really do like need maybe some professional assistance, because their emotional eating is kind of like on a compulsive side level. I'm not speaking on that level. I'm speaking on you know, just what you encounter. Some people's battle is like really, really deep, because they have like some emotional issues that they never got resolved. And that's another reason why they emotionally eat. So that's why I would say seek assistance, because, you know, that's why it may be stalling you out in some other areas of your life, because you've kind of held this, you know, these deep secrets within. And that's another reason why you may be an emotional eater. You may want to do some things that would help relieve your stress. This week, I'm going to be showcasing meditation and yoga. So maybe that's something I'm going to be working on. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it if I'm not going to do it. I'm doing this, okay? So I'm going to have a special guest on Wednesday. You're going to love this person. And so I want you to start thinking about how you're going to reduce your stress. You know, like it could be exercise. Like some people, they're very consistent and dedicated and committed to like exercise. Maybe you kind of fell off the wagon because of some things you went through. Get back on it. Find something that's going to reduce your stress. Like I got hooked on watching a couple things on HSN. I bought some craft stuff. My husband don't know about yet. Okay, so that's going to be another stress reliever and a hobby. And so I'm going to be doing that along with, you know, increasing my exercise. And I told my husband that we're going to have to start in the evening, getting like committed to like working out in the evening, because that would help to reduce any stress that he's dealing with. I mean, because I don't know what all the stress things that he has to encounter, because, you know, men kind of hold a lot of things within. And so their emotional eating is different from ours. Okay, so also, sometimes people are they stress eat because they really think they're hungry, but you're not really hungry. It's just something to do. You know, it's just like you have that big Lay's bag of chips and you just mindlessly eating. I mean, just nonstop. You're not even recognizing, because of course nowadays they don't even put, that's why I get irritated by buying chips. I do eat chips. And I'm like, they don't even fill the bag up. It's like half air. Okay. But then what I do is I put my chips in a smaller container, and then that's all I'm going to eat. I try to portion my food, but like I can see somebody just mindlessly eating a bag, and it's like they're not recognizing how much they're like consuming, because, you know, they're not really thinking about like, is this an emotional eating thing? Is this a binge eating thing? or am I just mindlessly eating? So I want you to be kind of aware of like your portions, what's triggering you. And sometimes people just stress eat just from purity boredom. You need to find something to do. Like if you're bored, you find you something new to do. Like going live and doing social media is giving me something to do. I'm just saying, like find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you just really think you might not know the ins and outs of everything, but guess what? Try to do it. Like try to take that leap, that little baby step, because the more things that you stay involved with, the less you'll emotionally eat. Less you'll just like focus on the negative. I mean, everybody's had some negative in their lives. It depends on how long you're gonna stay in the hole. Sometimes you dig a deeper hole and you feel like you're gonna never get out. But at some point you have to decide, okay, I'm gonna make some significant changes to move forward. Take away some of your temptations. Maybe you buying too much of those little delicious snacks, and so it causes you to do more emotional eating. And so you want to kind of think about, what are you doing to sabotage yourself? Now, I'm not saying you can't have like your little snacks here and there, but like if you know you come home and you consume quite a bit because you're so stressed out from the day, then it's time for you to reflect up on that. It's time for you to think like, okay, the holidays is coming, because I know lots of people like holidays. Everybody just it's really no diet. You just go for it. And also another thing that I know that I don't do anymore, I don't go to the grocery store hungry. I refuse to, because I'm going to buy an extreme amount of extra stuff that I see that I want to try. So I make sure I eat before I go. And yes, I may have a list, and I'm probably going to buy a couple more things that's not on that list, but I would have bought even way more stuff had I not eaten before, because I'm full and I'm not thinking about, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. I mean, I want you to be thinking about that when you go to the store, because when you're hungry at the store, you're gonna buy everything. And before you know it, you buy $100 worth of stuff with two things of meat. Really? 2? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel when I go to the grocery store. That's why I don't go there often. I get my husband to go because I can't take it. I'm like, I'm not coming back with anything. Okay, so I remember I said, don't deprive yourself. Give yourself that little moment, the little taste of something you want. Just don't get you a couple spoons of ice cream. Don't get the whole pint. You know what I mean? Just kind of like treat yourself, get the little taste out, but just don't keep going on and on and on. Okay. Get you some healthy snacks. Now I do like these little snack bags they have at Walmart, and they're like, they even have the name snack size. And so I put snacks in those. Like when I go to work, because one thing I noticed that like when I go to work, we have these vending machines, and like you see like candy, and I'm like, okay. So now I get the little cheese and crackers, and I carry those. I carry the peanut butter and crackers. That helps me. They keep that hunger off of me. That protein, and I'll take my protein shake that keeps protein snack. That protein will help keep that hunger off of you, and you may eat a little less junk if you get a healthy snack. Healthy snack could be, some people like to snack on vegetables or nuts or fruit. Get you something healthy to take with you. And then it's okay to have a setback. You had a bad day, you had emotional eating for that evening. Get back on track the next day. Don't beat yourself up because you just don't stay in it too long is what I'm saying. Have a moment and move on. Okay, just don't do the emotional eating like forever, because you're going to self-defeat whatever progress you're trying to make long term, and it's going to frustrate you, because you got to have some kind of commitment to yourself to be better and do better. So I'm so glad so many people joined. I saw the little heads coming up and the little messages coming down. And I thank everyone for stopping in to see me. I'm glad you like my new colors and the little hats. More to come. This is going to be an interesting week, because this week is all about meditation and yoga. So I want you to share some of your experiences that relate to that. Or if you're starting out like me, I'm trying to really work on, being a little bit more stress-free, a little bit more relaxed, all of that. So I will see you guys on tomorrow.